Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah Ann Gonzalez, and I am a student at California State University, East Bay. I'm taking an online course called Women's and Leisure, and for our project this week, we had to choose an important woman in our lives to interview, and and make a video about it like I'm doing right now. So the person I interviewed for this project is my mother, Marnie Munoz Gonzalez, and she is Filipino American, and she migrated with her family from the Philippines to the U.S. in the year 1971. She was just like a child then, and so most of her childhood has been in the U.S. She's more affiliated with American culture, I guess you would say. That was one of the interview questions. And she spent the rest of her childhood and young adult years in the Bay Area, specifically Santa Cruz, California. And she also went to college there. And when she graduated, she met my dad, Paul, I believe in San Jose, but they moved to South San Francisco, where they raised my older sister and I for most of our lives. And now that we covered her background, the interview went smoothly. We sat down on a couch as I read to her the interview questions, and I also sent her the interview questions on email a couple days beforehand so that she would prepare herself mentally and perhaps have a clearer head as to answering the questions. And it was a very calm talk. She gave direct, clean answers that I was able to understand. And it was more an enjoyable conversation with my mom too, rather than just an interview. Like, I was able to know more about someone important, which is my mom. And I appreciate that she was able to put aside time for this interview. I'm thankful for that. And I'm sure that she also wanted to spend time with me too. I know how important family is to her and family time. So I was also able to tell her about like what I've learned from class, and I'm sure she'd like that too. As to the answers she gave me that surprised me, there were two in particular. One of them being about discrimination and how, as a Filipino American, she didn't experience any, which is surprising to me. I would think that every person of color, even just women in general, experiences discrimination, at least in like a small level of it, you know? But she said none at all. No matter how I reworded the question multiple times, and she said, no, I never experienced discrimination in Santa Cruz. So, what is it? The question that followed, however, was about the difference between men and women in the workplace, and she said that there is a difference, and that men do posture themselves more in front of everyone and try to prove their superiority, while female workers are like more relatable, you know? So that in a sense is discrimination, like gender discrimination perhaps. So at least I was able to get that out of her, and perhaps that can be considered in her discrimination question. Like, I guess that's discrimination. But another question that she answered and that surprised me was about leisure and what leisure meant to her. She at least used to be a very athletic person. She was into tennis, she was into basketball, but then she got injured at some point in either high school or college for basketball. So after that, she's still passionate about it. Like, she still likes sports. She likes watching football. She likes watching basketball, baseball, any type of sport. She gets all this merch. So she's very passionate, you know, and I would think that she would involve it in her leisure time. But when I asked her what leisure meant to her, she said that leisure was for relaxing and not spending any energy and for people tending to you. And she just didn't mention sports at all, which was interesting to me. If I have learned anything about my mom, anything new in this interview, I just knew more details about her, because it's very hard to sit down and talk about some things with her. She's a very busy department manager at a hospital, and including me, I'm a college student, so what is it? It's hard for us to find time just to sit down and talk calmly like that. It was nice. And the biggest takeaway or life lesson that I've gotten from this interview is about the balance between work and leisure. She emphasized that by the end of the interview, and she said how if you have a well-paying job that you enjoy, at least, it would give you time. It would give you time to, hi Wooby, come here. Okay, never mind, it's my dog. It would give you time to have more leisure. Come here. It would give you time to have more leisure. And rather, on the other hand, if you spend too much time on leisure, then it would take time away. You're wasting time. You're not even earning money doing leisure, and you even perhaps need to find more work. It's just finding that balance between work and leisure that leads to a healthy life. So that's my takeaway from the video. And I'll say goodbye. Ruby says goodbye too. Bye bye. Bye bye.